which also is called as Abhyasa Yoga. So we have to practice, not only listen, because Gurudev says our religion is not Sunday morning to Sunday morning, going somewhere and coming back nicely dressed. It is every moment. So from today, we can shift our awareness that I am always a husband, wife, grandmother, grandfather, child, manager, damager to I am a meditator, 24 hours. So we have seen meditative living, and today we are seeing meditative practices. There are two pillars. If we do not think that I am a meditator in 23 and a half hours, then half an hour meditation is difficult. So morning I have to tell, afternoon I have to tell, sometimes those people who are living around them, there are masjids which give 5 times, reminder. So we must, whenever we hear that sound, we must remind ourselves that what is my nature and who am I? So we can use all things for our benefit instead of complaining that they are, why they are putting loudspeaker and saying the same thing again and again loudly. So we have seen the preparations, and now we are also doing the practice. So let us sit straight. Sthira Sukha Asanam. According to me, this is a very important practice, that whatever position I must select, whichever is comfortable to me, but I must be able to sit in that position for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, half an hour, 1 hour, 2 hours without moving. And if we practice this, body identification will reduce. Let us bring our mind in the present moment. This is the second practice, meditative living practice. Every moment I must become aware whether I'm talking about the past all the time, whether I'm anxious about the future. And whenever I become aware of this, I must stop there immediately and focus in the present. What is happening to my body? What is happening to other person? This is an important meditative living practice. Third practice during the day is keeping the mind cheerful and happy and peaceful. Whenever mind is cribbing, complaining, criticizing, getting agitated, angry, I must remind that I am a meditator first. I am a sadhak first, then all relationships come. Slowly, slowly, this will become the practice. Whenever lots of thoughts are disturbing us, then we can start chanting, because chanting sound creates the vibrations which are important, necessary to our body and mind. So let us chant loudly. Even though I don't know any other chanting, I can still chant Om. Om is the sound which has the entire meaning of Vedas. Om. Om.
Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavaditamastu ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Gajananam Bhutaganaati Sevitam अवित्तजम्बूफलसारभक्षितम् उमासुतं शोकविनाशकारणं नमामि विघ्नेश्वरपादपङ्कजम् सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणि विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा अखण्डमण्डलाकारं व्याप्तं येन चराचरं तत्पदं दर्शितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुरेव परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः सावरं जङ्गमं व्याप्तं यत्किञ्चित् सचराचरं तत्पदं दर्शितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः चिन्मयं व्यापि यत्सर्वं त्रैलोक्यं सचराचरं तत्पदं दर्शितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः त्वमेव माता च पिता त्वमेव बन्धुश्च सखा त्वमेव विद्या द्रविणं त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्परां श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पाद शङ्करं लोकशङ्करं शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः समस्तजनकल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरं वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुम् कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुम् हरि ओम
Hari Om. Thank you, Lata Rajshekhar-ji. So we are doing Dhyana Yoga, chapter number 6, Bhagavad Gita, essence, summary. The definition of meditation we saw, Swarupasya Sahaja Bhanam, being constantly aware of what is my real nature. This is also important practice, that what am I aware of? What am I thinking of most of the time? I must do some analysis, introspection. First 10 verses, Lord has invested into telling us that we have to prepare ourselves. We have to be fit. And we saw in 1 to 10 verses that we have to have some daily practices while we are transacting in family, job, business. Moderation in food, ahar shuddhi, moderation in speech, vacha shuddhi, moderation in vichar shuddhi. So what is recommended for a meditator is that I must become aware that I am not doing anything in excess, exercise, entertainment, work, sleep, action, reaction, thoughts. All is possible, but in moderation, nothing in excess for a meditator. So I can withdraw my mind from it anytime. The second point, what we saw last time, was a meditator must select a place and timing which is suitable to oneself. We should not copy others. Suppose I am busy early morning, then I must select in the afternoon, evening, or night. But ideally, the morning time is called as Sattvic time. After 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, Rajas starts in the time also during the daytime where we feel like to do, a lot of actions. And after 6 o'clock, 6:30, Tamas starts. I want to sleep, I want to eat, I want to enjoy, I want to watch TV. So we must use the time given by the Lord, and that's the reason most meditators get up early. 3:30 is the Brahma Muhurta. If that is not possible, then 4:30. If that is not possible, 5:30. But at least before sunrise, suppose we do, then it has more benefit. And that is a time where we are less possibility of we getting less disturbed by dudwala, or we have to make tea, coffee to somebody and prepare some breakfast. At least that is avoided. Do not keep things around, keep the room clean, remove all metals from the body. And then ekaki yata chittatma, I must sit alone without being afraid. We can put a dim light. And then we must sit down with a sthira sukha asanam. That is the posture what Lord mentioned. Samam kaya shirogrivam. My head, back, spine, backbone must be straight. So even if it is 5 minutes, Gurudev says that we must sit. Even if we start to sit for 5 minutes, it is worth it. We must not start expecting from day one, I should be able to sit for half an hour. And Gurudev strongly recommends that we must start slowly for 3 to 6 months. Even if 5 minutes we are able to sit, 10 minutes, that is worth it. We must sit on a nice hard floor with a soft cushion. That is also explained. And then the next step is very important. This I must practice during the day. Auto-suggestion or my attitude. What should be the attitude and auto-suggestion? So before I start practicing further steps, I must give auto-suggestion to myself. Right now we can give it to ourselves that for 1 hour from 7:30 to 8:30, I will keep my attention on the sound on the screen. I will not allow my mind and my body to go here and there in different thoughts. In the same way, a meditator gives instructions that I am sitting still and steady for next 20 minutes. I am cheerful and fresh. My mind is alert and awake. That is very important because many people have told me that the moment they sit quietly, they start feeling sleepy, because I have never practiced sitting quietly without doing anything. I am sitting without any expectation, without any fear, without any anxiety for the process. These instructions are not only important for a meditator, but these instructions I must give to myself. Sometimes I must give to myself an instruction that I am going to relax and enjoy next 20 minutes. And remembering the purpose before we start, that my purpose of doing this meditation is Chitta Shuddhi, Chitta Ekagrata, and realizing my true nature. Not that I just want to feel good, so I'm doing it. So once the auto-suggestion is over, this is a very good practice to visualize and give auto-suggestion to oneself that I am going to be healthy. I am happy. I am healthy. All things are coming to me naturally in abundance with God's grace. So as we think, so we become, Gurudev says. So meditator avoids negative thoughts, negative sharing, negative feelings. negative sharing with other people, what is wrong happening in the world, what is wrong happening with me. And then Vigatabhi Brahmachari Vrate Sthitaha. Then Lord says that, okay, now you create a state of mind which is in the present moment. Prashantatma, with a firm resolve. So I sit quiet. For some time, I must just sit quiet and observe what is the sound coming on my ears, what is the taste coming in my mouth, what is the touch of clothes I am wearing, the touch of the chair I am sitting, whether it is hard, soft, what smell I am getting from around in the room. All this is very important because the senses needs to be alert. This is a very important practice that I bring constantly the mind where the senses are, first step. Then only I will be able to withdraw the mind further. Then the next step where we also practice that relaxation of the body parts. See, we have not even started meditation. Some people just want to sit still and then they want to meditate. No. We have to first relax the body. Gurudev says in his book, Meditation and Life, that this is called as a thought massage to the body. And this is a very important practice for all of us because in this, the body and mind both gets healed. So I must start from the top, relax the head, relax the shoulders, relax the hands, relax the chest, relax the back, relax the buttocks, relax the thighs, relax the knees, relax the ankle, relax the feet, relax. And again from bottom to top. We had mentioned last time that there is another method if somebody wants to practice, which also Gurudev recommends, which is according to me is more powerful. I must imagine a golden light coming from God's photo, whichever we have kept, or Guru's photo, whoever I believe, or from the universe or from the sun. And this golden light is entering my body from the head. This is a very important practice to heal the body parts, to remove the negativity, to remove the rigidity from the body and mind. So let's close our eyes and imagine that golden light is coming from our Guru, who is blessing us. Now it is Navratri time, very powerful time to meditate. So Devi is sending those radiations of golden light which are entering my body from the crown chakra. Crown chakra is from the top here. And the entire golden light is spreading in my body, in my head, brain, heart, lungs, intestine, shoulders, hands, chest, stomach, buttocks, thighs, knees, ankle, feet. And my entire body is full of this golden light which is given by the Lord or the Guru. So this is a very important part of meditation. This is called as a light bath. You know, we take water bath, but every day we have to do snanam and then dhyanam, then pujanam, then danam. These are nitya karma. So suppose we have not taken bath, we can take light bath also. This is called as a light bath. Earlier, people used to do sun bath. That is also very important. That's at least 4 times in a week in the early morning, we must go out in the rising sun and take sun bath. But with this practice that I am just standing or sitting and the sun rays are entering my body, in my head, in my chest, in my heart, in my lungs, and I'm completely bathing in the sunlight. This was a nitya karma earlier. So this is what we saw last time. And we will proceed further today with the further steps. After the light bath, our body is relaxed. So this is an important stage where we can have parameter to check whether my body is relaxed to do further steps. If body is not relaxing, if body is restless or rigid, then I can do more of this thought massage or light bath or relaxation technique. Whatever the thought we produce consciously, the body will listen to it without any choice. That is the relationship between thought and body. If I say with firm resolve, with a loving tone, relax, relax, the body has to relax. The body will have no choice. And this practice is very important because we don't say this to the body. We always say this body part is paining, that is paining, that is paining, this is paining. So we must say, relax, relax for some time. You have served me for so long. Now you relax, relax for some time. But not relax while in the sleeping position. Relax when the spine is straight. So now we go further. Once we have done the body relaxation, the next is a subtle sadhana starts. Then the next step is take the attention to the breath. Breath observation is one of my favorite one because this we can practice anywhere. So take the entire attention on the breath. And for some time, let us observe how the breath is moving, how the inhalation is happening, how the exhalation is happening. Where the breath is touching inside the nose, let us become aware. When we are exhaling, the breath is touching the upper parts of the lips. That is called as a mustache part. After some chitta shuddhi, chitta ekagrata, we can actually feel the breath touching the mustache part between the lip and the nose here. After some time, when the mind becomes little more subtle and concentrated, we can actually feel the breath inside the nose where it is touching. For that, the mind has to become subtle and sharp. We can feel the breath inside our nose, nostrils where they are touching. If I am able to practice this for 1 or 2 minutes, the mind will calm down instantly. This is instant. Instant relaxation, instant peace. One of the best ways to quieten the mind is to give mind one motion, what is constantly going on, that is our breath. This is natural, fresh, always in the present moment, God-given. And we must use this for our benefit because all yogis and meditators at some point of time in all meditation practices world over, this is one step. Even though some of the meditation practices may differ in different sects, but observation of the breath is one of the common things in all meditation practices. Because not only the breath relaxes, it purifies the mind, and it brings the mind in the present moment. The next step is very important. After we do breath practice, the mind has quietened down, then we do invocation of the Guru or Ishtadevata. Some support, emotional anchor is required. This is very, very important point. In life, we must have an emotional anchor. Emotions which have an anchor, automatically after some practice, the emotions will go and hold on to that anchor. A person who doesn't have any emotional anchor, the person remains disturbed, can get disturbed, distracted very, very easily, can get distracted, depressed, agitated, disturbed very easily for a long time. So either a guru's photo or Guru Ishtadevata, some support, Om chanting, some photo in front of us, which is my anchor. Lord says this is very important. Manas sanyama machitto yukta asita matpara. There must be a goal, there must be an anchor. Where anytime we are enjoying, we must remember that anchor. Anytime we have some trouble, the anchor must come first in our mind. Whether it is Guru's name or some chanting or Ishta Devata's name, that is a very, very important practice. That's the reason people used to keep their children's name as Rama, Sita, Narayana, because automatically the name comes. So invocation and remembrance that what is a clear goal in the mind as God. My goal of doing the meditation is infinite bliss. I must discover the source of happiness, which is fearless and independent. The next step is mantra chanting. Also, when we do this invocation, some part of the mind becomes loving. That love is very important. Without love, without knowledge, it becomes very difficult to meditate. I must love the self, I must love God, I must love Guru, then meditation just flows, it just happens. A loveless person starts meditating, can become a different kind of person, can get concentration and can get some siddhis, but cannot reach the goal, because love is one of the anchor of meditation. The next step is mantra chanting. So if you buy that CD is there of Gurudev meditation, where he uses this formula. So this is a very important step, that suppose my mind is becoming disturbed or has got distracted, then I must chant loudly. So sit straight, close our eyes, and let us do what Gurudev mentions in the meditation. I can take any name, we can take Om here. So how Gurudev has suggested we will do, first of all, we must chant loudly. Om, Om, Om. And then he does fast. Om, 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 Om. We are not allowing any thought to enter between two Oms. Om, 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 Om. I can do Ram, 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 whatever. This is a very important pointer for meditators, because sometimes we just sit and then we want to close eyes and then we want to become blank or become silent and we complain, no, but I sit, but my mind becomes restless because we are not following all these steps. So Om, 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 and suddenly then we have to stop. Om, and then there is a gap. Om, and then there is a gap. Slowly the mind has to shift the attention from the sound to silence. We must have a mantra chanting. We must have a mantra to chant. That is a very important pointer, because it increases concentration. And what is a thought? Thought is equal to name plus form. So when we say Om, no form comes, and we are only chanting the name of Brahman, absolute. And slowly the mind will start becoming nirvikar, nirvishesh, and we are going closer to our highest goal. Mananat trayate iti mantra. Mantra protects us. So one small mantra, suppose we take from our Guru, that is the best, because mantra has 5 things. Mantra has a rishi who has seen the mantra, drashta. Like Vishwamitra Rishi is the drashta of one of the most powerful mantra, that is Gayatri mantra. Then there is a deity who protects us. Then there is a chanda. Then there is a bij, a seed. What is a tattva? There are many kinds of mantras. Suppose I want to develop siddhi of hypnotizing other people, then there is a different mantra. Om, Hrim, Hrim, Shim, Pun, Phat. So there is mantra where I can just create a lot of things. Then there is Shakti in the mantra, Ilaka, which is a very important point. If that mantra we have got from a Guru, then that is one of the best things to have it, because that Guru's Shakti comes through that mantra to us. So we just have to chant, like Narad Muni gave Ram, Ram, Ram to Ratnakar. He chanted Mara, Mara, but with Narad Muni's power and his own sadhana, he realized. So as we take a coffee break, sometimes the mind will take a break. Some people mention this. This is a very important point, because many people have discussed this point with me, that when they are chanting mantra, the mind is going all over the world and coming back. Let it go and come back, but at least we must not stop chanting the mantra. Slowly, slowly, when we practice all this step, our mind, body, tongue, sound will all come in one line. Where the tongue is, the mind will be there. Where the sound is, the mind will be there. The mind will not go on a world tour when I am chanting the mantra mechanically. So I have to bring back the mind, even if it is going 100 times, you have to bring back the mind to where the mantra chanting is happening. So this is an important step in meditation. We can do all these things for one minute. So that becomes a 10-minute meditation. And then only we must start the contemplation on the self-knowledge. Who am I? For that, for this step, ahead of this step, we must have heard Bhagavad Gita. We must have heard some scripture where we have done Shravan, Manan, Nididhyasam, where I am aware of what is my infinite nature. I must know what is Satyam, Jnanam, Anantam, Brahma, that my real nature is pure existence, pure consciousness, infinite bliss. This is my belief that I am born, I am body, mind, intellect. This is my belief that the world is real and I am finite. And I want happiness from the world. For this, scriptures are required. And I have to listen, I have to contemplate, and slowly, slowly I must tell the mind that there is no happiness in the world. There is some enjoyment and pleasure, some thrill, some excitement, but happiness is within me. So constantly keep the mind on me, Lord says. Me means the real nature of God and me are same. Niyata Manasa. Constantly I must keep. So whenever the mind goes here and there, I must say, okay, now for next 1 minute, the mind is going to be only thinking about my own nature. Even at the intellectual level, if I tell myself, even for 1 second, that my real nature is Satchit Ananda, it will make a huge difference in my personality, in my body, my intellect. It is creating those kind of vibrations. So from this step, contemplation, I must have scriptural knowledge. So people ask why we should listen to scriptures. For this, because without this, I will not know what is my real nature. And then the next step is I must shift my attention to witnessing. I am witnessing my body. I am witnessing all the sounds coming on my body, all the smell, all the touches. Then I'm witnessing my body from top to bottom, what is happening, what kind of sensations are happening. Then I'm witnessing my breath. Then I'm witnessing my thoughts. This is very important. I'm an uninvolved, unaffected witness. I'm just observing. Suppose anger is coming, okay, I'm observing anger. Suppose peace is coming, okay, I'm observing peace. Okay, restlessness is coming, I'm observing restlessness, because I am the observer, I am not the observed. This is a very important point in meditation, because whatever is happening in the mind, I can know it. Right now you are watching the mobile phone or laptop, so the eyes are observing the laptop or mobile phone. The ears are listening to the sound. But what is happening in the eyes and ears, that the mind is knowing. Suppose the mind is feeling sleepy, dull, agitated, distracted, I know it. So who is the knower of the mind? And the final stage is that I know that I am. Are you there? Yes, I am there. Who knows it? I only know. So I must shift the attention to the known, to the knower, that I know that I am. I am the knower. And the moment I shift the attention from the known to knower, all problems are dissolved because I am aware of the problem. I am observing the problem. I am observing the sensations. I am observing the emotions. I am observing the thoughts. I am observing the breath. A meditator is an observer, is an observer. Choiceless observation is the highest state. And Swami Swatmananji gives one method to do it. He says, make it as a rivas. Rivas means tradition. But this we must do without any rivas. Rivas means R is resist. I'm not resisting any thoughts, any relationships, any emotions, anything happening in the body, I'm not resisting. I am not indulging in the thoughts in the future imagination that meditation will be nice, there will be some power, there will be some aura, when I will be able to realize what is happening in my life. No indulgence. V is verbalization. I am not doing any verbalization of the thoughts again and again, which keep coming in my mind. I am not analyzing what is happening. I am not judging anything. This is a very good practice. That sometimes in a day, I must go to in a social circle and say, today I am going to just observe what people are saying. It is wonderful. Today I am just going to observe what I am saying in these transactions. Today I am going to observe what is happening to me when other people say something. Today I am going to observe what happens to others when I speak loudly, when I shout, when I say loving words. I am just going to be an observer with no rivas, no resistance, no indulgence, no verbalization, no analysis, no judgment. So when I practice this, no rivas in day-to-day life, it becomes very easy for a meditator to practice this. Because this is what we do by habit. Either I resist, or I insist, or I indulge, or I verbalize, or I analyze a lot of things which are not supposed to be analyzed, or we judge. Constantly some people are judging themselves or others. And then we shift to the last stage of meditation, that is Shanti Nirvana Parama. Abiding in silence. When I shift my attention from the observed to the observer, there will be silence, because the observer is silence. Abiding in silence. Jnaneshwar Maharaj says, Shanti chi pai Shanti. This Shanti is not like the peace what we experience in deep sleep, or the peace we experience when we are feeling good. This Shanti is Shanti chi pai Shanti. Nivrutti Dataro. My Guru gave this Shanti to me. And this Shanti is like rock, like it doesn't move, Nisargadatta Maharaj says. Our Shanti, in 1 minute it gets disturbed if somebody says something. What a tragedy. Those people who are spiritual seekers, I must check whether I'm growing in spirituality, that how easily I shout, how easily I get disturbed, how easily I get agitated. What is happening outside, if it is disturbing me too much, then I must practice more Karma Yoga, Upasana Yoga. Then I abide in this silence which is fearless and joyous. Shanti Nirvana Param. So let us sit straight, let us close our eyes, and let us experience at least for a minute, which is our real nature, that is Sukha and Shanti. This is there in infinite, in abundance in us, and we are searching it outside, the Sukha Shanti. So let us take a deep breath. Hold the breath, and when we will experience that Shanti between the two breaths, let us chant one Om, and we will experience the Shanti between two Oms. Om. 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 Between two, there is this peace which belongs to the Atma. Between two sounds, this is this peace which belongs to the Atma, Brahman. Between two thoughts, there is this gap where this reality is experienced. Slowly, we must transcend the sound, transcend the thoughts, transcend the mind, and abide in this, which Ramana Maharshi says, that abide in this silence. Do not talk too much. Do not think too much. Do not analyze, verbalize, indulge, resist. Just abide in this silence, which is my real nature. Then you will realize that talking is an effort, thinking is an effort, judgment is an effort, silence is my natural way of being. Effortless silence. And this silence is Sukham. In our Vedanta Shastra, this silence is the ultimate bliss which will take us to ultimate bliss, the source of happiness. First of all, we must experience Manas Shanti, which will lead us to Atmik Shanti. So we must remember the 3 steps of meditation: quietening the mind, step number 1; concentrating the mind, step number 2; and transcending the mind in the Nididhyasanam, that is step number 3. Quietening the mind is done by Karma Yoga. Concentrating the mind is done by the Upasana Yoga. Upasana Kanda is there in Vedas. And transcending the mind is done by the Jnana Yoga. That's the reason we have to listen. We have to do manan on this to transcend the mind. And sometimes we must tell ourselves that, okay, this life I must experience this. What is beyond mind, what Gurudev says, that is where the Brahman Atman lies. So after experiencing the silence for a minute, let's go to the next. What is meditation? In short, meditation process is guiding the awareness, guiding the observation from outside to inside. Step number 1. Pratyahar. First of all, I must withdraw the mind from outside, what is happening around me, to inside. Then the next step is guiding the mind from past, future to the present moment. When the mind has come in the present moment, we must transcend the mind from the moment to grace. We must invoke the grace of the Lord Guru. There the mind becomes loving. There the mind becomes spiritual. There the mind becomes empowered. And with an empowered, quiet mind, we must grace to the body. Then the mind is focused on the body, each part. We must become aware of each part of the body from head to toe. Then from body to mind, then what is happening in the mind, I must become aware. What kind of emotions I'm experiencing, what kind of thoughts I'm thinking, what kind of sensations are coming in the body, what kind of emotions are happening in the mind. Then slowly we must shift the attention from mind to intellect. What am I thinking? Who is thinking? Who is the knower of these thoughts? Who is the knower of these emotions? Who is the knower of these sensations? And when we start thinking of the knower, observe the observer itself, J.K. Krishnamurti says. Then we start abiding into silence. And once we experience that silence, we will not be interested in noise, sound. And then from mind silence to the silence of the self, which is pure existence, pure consciousness, infinite bliss. And once I get access to this inner source of happiness, my dependence on other things will slowly start decreasing. I will become fearless. That will be the first sign of a spiritual person. Those who believe in God, faith on God, these people are mostly fearless. So this is a meditation process to remember in short. Because somewhere I have to create sutra or in short to remember that how just by sitting in a bus or auto also I can just close my eyes today. So much of traffic is there. While traveling in Uber or Ola, we must just close our eyes and sit and meditate for half an hour. How to do? Just bring attention from outside to inside. Inside to present moment by invoking grace, from grace to the body, body to mind, mind to intellect, intellect to the observer, which is silent, and from silence to the self. So this is a wonderful practice, very easy to do. If we regularly practice for 5 minutes, it will go to 10 minutes. And once we start getting attracted to this, then I will feel that I want to meditate more. I want to meditate more. Right now, I just want to get up, and when this session is going to get over, I just want to get into next breakfast, lunch, dinner, and so many activities are coming in my mind. But once one person gets a little flavor of meditation, the person would anytime would like to prefer to do meditation. And Gurudev says that once I get attracted to this, once I get convinced to this, I don't require outside drama. There is a lot of drama happening inside only. Just sitting and observing our mind is a big drama going on. Most of the time, the mind is creating this drama, this relationship, that relationship, this desire, that desire. Once I get hooked on into it, then I slowly shift the attention from the scene to the seer, from the scenery to the seer. So we will do this today after completing the preparation and the practice. What will be the state of the mind of a yogi? Lord describes in the chapter, and the analogy given by the Lord is an oil lamp, which every day we light. So a beautiful analogy of a light oil lamp. So this is a state of a yogi, Lord says. So first, what is the significance of flame? Now we will do from today. Because in Navaratri, in Diwali, and on Dasara, we are going to light lamps. But today we will learn what is the significance of a lamp. And every day we must light a lamp which is an oil lamp or a ghee lamp, because it has greater significance. If we want to bring energy, positivity in a room, which we feel has negative energies, we must keep a small lamp, oil lamp burning. And automatically the lamp flame will create the positive energy for a meditator. Even if I'm not going to meditate also, lighting a lamp is a very, very important thing. We must light a lamp in a bedroom, in kitchen, in all rooms there should be one lamp. And earlier days there used to be one lamp which was Akhanda Jyoti. So the flame means the mind, which is vritti, which constantly thinks, and slowly the mind should change its akar from Vishayakar to Brahmakar. So that is the significance of the mind, which is the flame, which is constantly burning, steadily burning without flickering, without oscillating. A yogi's mind in samadhi. In one direction it will go. So the flame symbolizes the mind. The breeze which comes and the flame goes here and there or can be put off also. That is the symbolism of desire, which disturbs the flame and the mind. What is oil? The oil are vasanas, which constantly keeps burning with the flame of the mind, because vasana will become desire, desire will become thoughts, thoughts will become emotions, emotions will become actions. So for a meditator, the vasana is to meditate, to experience the inner bliss, and in that the yogi sits and goes into samadhi. The wick, we have to put a cotton wick, which is the symbolism of ego, which burns out. So from today, whenever we are putting on the lamp, we must remember all these things, what we are doing. And it is one of the best practices that we can light a small oil lamp and sit before it to meditate. It will make a huge difference in our meditation practice. Because the wick burns. So the ego has to burn in meditation. And ego lives on vasanas. So whenever there is a huge breeze, or whenever, suppose we are putting an oil lamp in a place where a lot of air is there, breeze is there, then we put a glass protection, and that is the Guru Krupa, that is the scriptures, that is a God, that is our faith or the mantra. And that's the reason in meditation practice, we must have a glass protection, otherwise suddenly we might get bored. We might give up meditation. We might say, it is not for me, it is too advanced. No, right now let me practice, Karma Yoga. This is a common excuse. So, glass protection is Guru Krupa Drishti, scriptural substratum, God or our faith. The matchstick, these are Guru's words. Without that, the entire process cannot be completed. So I must say to myself before sitting for meditation, Aham Brahmasmi. These are Guru's words. Then I must remember or visualize that my Guru is coming and putting one hand on my head and saying, Tattvamasi, you are that. Why are you cribbing, complaining, crying? You are that. So all these scriptural words which are heard from the Guru's words, not read, are the matchstick which will ignite this process of meditation, which will inspire us to meditate. So these Guru's words are important, and I just would like to announce with this Navratri and Devi's grace, from tomorrow, every Monday we used to have one class, little advanced class. So there was a gap in between. So from tomorrow, because I wanted to start in Navratri only, which is a very auspicious time, from tomorrow 7 o'clock to 7:50 in the evening, we are going to start a very beautiful Upanishad that is called as a Isha Vasya Upanishad. So 7 to 7:10, we are going to practice meditation, because Upanishad is one of the bodies of knowledge which is considered as pramana. Even if you have not heard any Upanishad earlier, you are welcome, because I am going to take a lot of introduction for this Upanishad. Because on online, when people attend, even if you have not attended any Upanishad, you are welcome, because we are going to go to the next step. So 7 to 7:10, we will practice this 7-8 steps of meditation, and 7:10 to 7:50, we will have this Upanishad. Also, last 5-10 minutes, we will have question answers. I was planning to take it in person, but considering the traffic and all the challenges on the roads travel, it is very difficult to reach at one place in Ghatkopar or Chembur. So we will have online. The link is already shared by Radhaji, but today again she will share, and tomorrow morning also she will share. I'm inviting all of you. This is the first Upanishad which we learn. It has only 18 mantras, but very interesting. The first mantra itself is the entire Upanishad. Isha Vasyam Idagam Sarvam Yat Kincha Jagat Tyam Jagat. So that we are going to analyze for quite some time. And then we will realize that one word is such pregnant with such beautiful ideas. So I'm inviting all of you to participate and come for Shravan Manan and also ask questions, those who are attending first time, second time, because questions will keep coming. And also spread this word. Today, if you get this link or the flyer, please send it. And as you all know, if you are interested to do Gurudev's Paduka Puja, you can call us, we can come and do it at your place. If you are not able to do at your place, we can do in the center on behalf of you. But we have a sankalpa of doing 108 in our zone, and lot of pujas are already completed. Hari Om. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om. Thank you very much.